That's a really nice fish right there. That fin is really starting to fork. Beautiful silver on it.
In Whitefish Bay, in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, two fisheries biologists with the Bay Mills Indian community walk a 50-foot net through water just offshore. They're surveying the population of juvenile whitefish sheltering in the shallows. Their sample shows good numbers in Lake Superior, but it's a different story in the lower Great Lakes.
Somewhere between here and adulthood, they just don't make it.
Biologists report a worrying trend in the whitefish populations in Lake Michigan and Lake Huron. As adults age, juveniles are struggling to survive to adulthood. A female whitefish lays many thousands of eggs in her lifetime, but only a small number are expected to mature to achieve a stable population, already long odds for young fish.
Now we go down to the lower lakes and we add a bunch of stressors. Now instead of a long shot, we're on the other side of lotto odds. So every fish that makes it in Huron or Michigan literally won the lotto. You cannot sustain a population on lotto winners.
Those stressors include invasive species and climate change. Eurasian quagga and zebra mussels have hyper-filtered phytoplankton from the lakes. This creates that Instagrammable clear water, but it also means a huge loss of food in the ecosystem. The clarity is also exposing young fish to dangerous UV light.
Those fish that may have been spawning in 12 feet of water, who would never see UV light penetration, are now seeing that, and for these little guys, it'll actually burn them to death. It'll kill them.
On top of that, whitefish spawning grounds have been stressed by reduced ice cover and stronger storms, both a result of global warming.
When we lose that ice coverage, that light penetration can even cause the fish to try to emerge early. Just like a premature baby, they're maybe not all the way developed. They're not ready to go out in the world. Their food is not ready yet. The lake is not warm enough. It's not productive yet. So they're getting out there into a barren wasteland, and there was not a lot of food to begin with. So to have that also not on your side is really detrimental.
Chris Day manages a hatchery for the Little Traverse Bay bands of Odawa Indians, where they raise and release native Great Lakes species. Whitefish are culturally significant to Michigan's indigenous tribes.
People have been fishing these shores for thousands of years, and so having that connection established for so long, and once the whitefish are gone, you lose that connection, that relationship with the water.
Whitefish is a commercial mainstay of the Great Lakes, popular in fish markets and restaurants. The dwindling number of state-licensed commercial fishing outfits, like Bayport Fish Company in Saginaw Bay, are nervous about the future. They're pushing lawmakers to allow them to harvest other species. Walleye are plentiful in Saginaw Bay, but must be thrown back because they're reserved for recreational fishing. The robust walleye population is believed to be feasting on juvenile whitefish, yet another challenge for the struggling population. Rivers may offer some hope for whitefish. In Wisconsin, the species is doing well in tributaries of Green Bay.
Y'all ready for this one?
This has inspired efforts among conservation groups to stock eggs in certain up-north tributaries to hopefully kickstart a return to river spawning in Michigan.
There's a lot more food. The light penetration isn't as much because there's a lot more green and turbid kind of looking. So we're seeing a lot of promise there.
In February, the Little Traverse Bay bands placed 100,000 whitefish eggs in special incubators in the Jordan River near Mansalona.
Maybe we'll start to see some productivity that I don't have to be pumping out that many fish. They're going to start doing it themselves.
Meanwhile, much of the tribal commercial fishing has shifted north to Lake Superior as conservationists work to turn the tide on a signature Michigan fish.
Whitefish are a top priority for us right now. It's kind of all hands on deck. I'd say if we have 17 projects right now, research projects, 16 of them are on whitefish.